Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S back here with part 3 of my ideas to benefit, to at least attempt to benefit Ireland. I hope you checked out parts 1 and 2. If not, please check them out. Please support my channel as much as you can. I really appreciate it. And I hope people out there will enjoy this video, all being well. So I still get demotivated to shave, or feel a bit too tired to shave. But anyway, yeah, so as I say, I'm back with part 3. So I hope you enjoy this this list of my ideas, continuing on from, as I say, part 1 and 2. So here goes. So number 21. I'd love to find out about Irish history, and especially from people from Ireland themselves, talking about their own history, and maybe people encouraging people to go and tour Ireland, visit Ireland, and find out about their history and things like that. So supporting their tourism industry and that sort of thing, and maybe encouraging Irish people to write their own biographies, more Irish people to write their own biographies, sorry, and also their individual biographies, and also biographies, so to speak, about the country and its history. And also, like, I'd love to in the future find out what people from Ireland think about diversity or immigration or Black Lives Matter and things like that, and hopefully gather different views and all that, either sometimes on YouTube videos, maybe in like street interviews, but also like in books. And it would be interesting to hear people's anonymous opinions, because then they wouldn't have to they could say it as it is, when people do things anonymously, I suppose. But which would be interesting to find people's opinions. I don't believe there's a right or wrong opinion, or that people should have like free. I think people should have freedom of speech and not have like PC, political correctness, or anything like that. But I think it would be interesting to hear their opinions either way. I'm sure some people probably like diversity and some don't, so it would be interesting to hear that sort of thing. But yeah, what Irish people know about Black history, and possibly vice versa, since it's Black History Month, as I've said before. And also yeah, like what Irish people know about Black history and culture and things like that, and again possibly vice versa, and what people around the world know about Irish history as well. Number 22, I hope to look at how Ireland can improve in the future and lead the way in science and different areas, perhaps, and again work with different countries, and what countries are Ireland's allies, what countries are allies of Ireland, or to Ireland, or for Ireland, whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah, and how they can improve their economy, and perhaps take a lead role. They probably already have quite a significant role, but maybe even take like a lead role in the EU or in Europe and that sort of thing. I've heard quite a few good things about like how Ireland is probably the top place for tech in Europe and things like that. So hopefully that will help them in the future as well. I know most of the stuff I want to do in technology would be to benefit Africa, or all the countries within African peoples of Africa. But yeah, number 23, I have to look at ways to fundraise for poor parts of Ireland and homeless people, generally, especially, and possibly other disadvantaged groups, like, as I say, areas where there's a lot of depravity and people with disabilities and other disadvantages, to support them as much as possible and tackle the homeless problems that plague some parts of Ireland as well, and look at ways to fundraise for and support Ireland, especially on St. Patrick's Day, on the 17th of March. Number 24, I'd love to encourage people of Irish descent and people from Ireland to be as united as possible. Number 25, St. Patrick's Day, which is, I suppose, Ireland's national day, I think. Obviously, it's in honour of their patron saint. Is also the same day as Italy's unification day. So I'd love for like Italians and Irish people on that day to like play football together. And if I could, I'd love to travel to both countries, like share my ideas about football and lots of other things. Like in Italy, I'd love to share my ideas about football, but in Ireland, I'd love to share different economic ideas as well, and like encourage Irish and Italian people to practice playing football together and that sort of thing. I also hope to celebrate Ireland being a republic, and how I love republics and that sort of thing. Number 26, I think there's a reparational cause for supporting Ireland, because it was colonised and they lost a lot of their freedoms and rights. So I think it does feel quite just to support them. It feels like the right thing to do, dare I say, and that sort of thing. So yeah, I hope to support them as much as possible. Number 27, I heard some stories recently about how Ireland repaid a debt to the Native Americans, because the Native Americans helped them out with their potato famine. But I think it would be interesting if it does show Ireland does remember those who support them. So I think it would be great to have like a list of the top countries which support Ireland, again, like some of the top allies and people who have supported Ireland throughout history, and some of the companies which can perhaps support Ireland and its people in the future as well. And again, have like a list of top companies, big companies that create employment and investment and other such opportunities in Ireland, and that sort of thing. There was a guy a while back, I can't remember his name. I think his surname was Finney. Can't remember his first name though. Who invested so much in Ireland, like in its infrastructure, and really helped to improve the economy. And I think he was an Irish American. So, but I think it'd be great to see as many people as possible supporting Ireland, and acknowledging some of the good contributions Ireland have made to the world. Number 28, again, hope that can turn some of the negative problems facing Ireland into positives, and support and benefit them as much as possible. Again, like sharing ideas, and like through YouTube videos like this, as I often say, like if they ever do get monetized, I hope to donate that money to like support projects across Ireland as well. Number 29, I hope to encourage people like mixed race people, maybe even people of colour, POC, generally to support Ireland as much as possible, and especially anti-imperialists and people like that. And number 30, again, I hope to like listen to other people's ideas, and maybe in the future I'll make a few more if I come up with a few more videos, if I think of any more ideas, some in list form and some in non-list form. But again, I'd love to hear your ideas and what you think. Hope I did at least a half decent job, and hope some people out there enjoyed it. And I'm out. Peace and love.